In this video, we'll cover how to add an email data source in Nexla and extract Nexsets from structured content in the email body or from email attachments. For this demonstration, first, I'll set up a data flow in which data is read from the email body and ultimately sent to an Amazon S3 destination. Then, I'll create a flow that reads data from an email attachment and sends the data to a Snowflake destination. To begin setting up an email source, navigate to the My Data Flows screen, click Create New Flow in the upper right corner, and then click Create New Source. Under the Categories list, click Email, then select the email connector and click Next. In the Data Source Name field, enter a name for the email data source. In this case, I'm going to use this email source to track offline business expenses, so I'll name this source Offline Expenses. The Dataset Detection Mode pull-down menu under Advanced Settings allows users to specify where the data will be located in the email. Nexla can read data from text-based email attachments, structured content in the email body, or from non-text-based attachments such as images and PDFs using optical character recognition. For this source, the data will be sent as structured content in the email body, so I'll select Email Content. Optionally, if emails sent to this source will contain additional structured data that you don't want to include in your Nexsets, you can specify a particular table containing relevant data by entering the HTML table ID. You can also configure Nexla to begin reading data from a specific table row by entering the ID of that HTML table row. Additionally, if Nexla should only detect a single schema from this email source, you can select Yes from the Enforce Detection of Single Schema pull-down menu. Once all desired options in this screen have been configured, click Create Email Source. This will generate a unique email ID which I'll copy to use for email forwarding, and then click Create. Now, open the email account from which emails should be forwarded to the newly created source in Nexla. In this case, I'm only going to forward one email to the ID that I copied during source creation, but you can also set up automatic forwarding rules. The process for setting up automatic forwarding rules varies according to the email provider, and you can find more information in your provider's Help Center. Once an email is sent to the copied email ID, Nexla will read the data that it contains and create a Nexset containing that data. This Nexset can now be transformed in the Nexset Designer before sending to any destination or sent to any destination as is. For this demonstration, I'll send the detected Nexset directly to the Amazon S3 destination. I'll select the credential that I want to use, click Next, select the location to which I want to send the data, and click Next again. I want to send the data in this Nexset as a CSV file, so I'll select comma-separated values from the Data Format menu. Now I can click Save. Once the flow is activated, data will begin flowing to the Amazon S3 destination. Nexla will continue to monitor the email source for new data and either update the existing Nexset or create new Nexsets. Any updates to this Nexset will also be sent to the Amazon S3 destination. Now let's set up an email source for which data will be read from email attachments. Again, I'll navigate to My Data Flows, click Create New Flow, and click Create New Source. I'll select the email connector and click Next. In this case, I'm going to create this email source to track offline invoicing, so I'll enter Offline Invoices in the Data Source Name field. Since the data that I'm interested in will be sent in text-based files attached to the emails, I'll select Email Attachments as the Dataset Detection mode and click Create Email Source. A new unique email ID has now been generated for this email source, and I'll copy this ID to use for email forwarding. To finish creating this source, click Create. Now I can open the email account containing the email that I want to forward. As you can see, the invoice information that I want to track is in the attached CSV file. I'll send this email to the copied email ID, but again, you can also set up email forwarding rules if you want to track data and attachments to multiple emails with this source. Since the source was set up to read data from email attachments, Nexla will now detect the data in the CSV file attached to the email that I just forwarded and create a new Nexset containing that data. This time I'll transform the detected Nexset before sending it to the Snowflake destination. As you can see, the data from the CSV file has been organized into attributes and records in this Nexset. I only want to track the total order cost and item inventory information in Snowflake, so the item description and price per unit fields aren't needed for this destination. I'll select the amount, item code, and quantity attributes and include them in the output Nexset without modification. The Nexset output panel shows me that the output Nexset will contain the necessary data, so I'll click Save and Close to create the transformed Nexset. After activating this new Nexset, it's ready to be sent to Snowflake. This time, I'll select the Snowflake connector, select my credential, and create a new table for this data. Once I've entered a table name and selected the update mode, I can save this flow and activate it to send the Nexset data to the Snowflake destination. For more information about Nexla's other features, see our additional tutorial videos and the documents in the Help Center.